Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. So we have the final portion of the season preview trailer, which will be going over the new season factional talents as well as a bunch more information. Also, there are a lot of promo codes shared throughout this video. In the upper left corner, I'm going to have all the promo codes so you can copy them down. I think there are 5 in total. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's dive into what's new with faction talents. Lightbearer heroes can conjure the Bow of Divine Light at the start of the battle and fire the arrow after several consecutive normal attacks, dealing damage and inflicting control effects on enemies.
Okay, it looks like there's damage, there's also a root or like immobilization, and also there's a knockback, like Thorin was knocked back, and also Salazar was knocked back. What's interesting though, and one of my viewers pointed this out, is that you have these bows and the faction talents, it seems like this season are going to be actually visually represented, so you're going to actually be able to see when your skills are going off, which is definitely more interesting. But for the Lightbearers, with their normal attacks, basically they can trigger this bow, dealing this immobilization and knockback. That is more crowd control, and that reminds me of AFK stages. And in AFK stages, Lightbearers are not bad, especially like Siren, Rowan, Hypogean, for example, were using some AFK stage teams. So I could definitely imagine this being good for AFK stages this season. But for PvP, Lightbearers always have been kind of weak, and honestly, I don't think this is enough to make them a strong option, but let's see.
Next, Wilder heroes can sacrifice an ally 3 seconds into a battle to intimidate enemies, reduce.
Okay, the ally gets sacrificed, but actually there's no ally dying here. I think there's just some health reduction, maybe from the granny, 3 seconds into the battle, but then you intimidate the enemies, which looks like a massive debuff. Like, there are going to be 2 haste debuffs applied to all of the enemies here. The defense reduction debuff was from Leica, so that is not related, but
Reducing haste for enemies and increasing haste for allies.
2 haste buffs? How much is 2 haste buffs and how much is 2 haste debuffs? That's really strong. Again, our Wild is going to be the best PvP faction talent. And for like AFK stages, it helps keep your team alive by reducing haste of enemies. And also it helps you cycle your cooldowns for more damage by giving your own team haste. I'm thinking Wild is going to be OP again this season. Like, they don't have invincibility, which was definitely like, for PvP, that's top tier. But for like AFK stages, haste buff is really good.
Mauler heroes gain a protective ward that boosts their continuous melee.
Yeah, like, look at how visual this buff is. Like, it's so clear. You know who is being buffed by the faction talent.
Damage and defense.
Okay, it boosts their defense and it increases their melee damage. So melee heroes, Shakira, Brutus, who are already good in Mauler for like PvP, that is going to be good here. Maulers generally are not great for AFK stages, so I don't think this is going to be. And also, this faction talent doesn't seem really strong for AFK stages. But I think its PvP artifact definitely interesting. Okay, so, and yeah, I mean, there are a lot of melee heroes in the Mauler faction, but definitely like Lenya maybe could take advantage of this, increasing her defenses a bit and also increasing her melee damage. And if she can just nuke people, that can be strong.
Graveborn heroes can convert their HP into a shield, dealing more damage and taking less damage. The shield
Convert the HP into a shield, dealing more damage and taking less damage. Is this going to be like the powerful? I was predicting that either Graveborn might get the invincibility tiles this season, but so far there's not been any invincibility, but this is the closest thing we have to that. Massive shield, it looks like, and also that reduces their damage taken and also increases their damage output. That is deadly. And like, we have Shamira, who's already looking pretty strong for like PvP and stuff. So I'm thinking Shamira on these Graveborn faction tiles is going to be strong.
Shield lasts throughout the battle. For Celestial and Hypogean heroes, their light spell boosts energy recovery efficiency at the expense of attack, while their dark spell enhances.
What? So they debuff themselves because they have all these debuffs like attack reduction, debuff. I don't know if I think that is somehow related to the light spell of the Celestial Hypogean, but it increases the energy recovery speed. That is really, it's strange to me. Like, definitely energy recovery can be really game-changing in PvP, for example, for heroes which rely on their ultimate, for example, Cryonaya. And let's see about the dark spell.
Attack, while their dark spell enhances attack at the cost of HP.
This time?
So it enhances attack at the cost of HP. Maybe you sacrifice some health, but your attack is boosted with your dark spell. I mean, Celestial Hypogean is looking kind of crazy. Like, they debuff themselves, but it enhances their recovery. Let's go ahead and watch this back again.
Lasts throughout the battle. For Celestial and Hypogean heroes, their light spell boosts energy recovery efficiency at the expense of attack, while their dark spell enhances attack at the cost of HP.
It's like dark is increasing attack to offset your attack reduction from the light spell, and your light spell increases your energy recovery efficiency, which is game changing for heroes like Cry and Naya, who are very ultimate reliant heroes. I don't know how to feel about this. I think, as always, Hypogean Celestial always does pretty well for AFK stages. Like, you have the twins, Harak, Fresto, all good, basically, heroes for AFK stages. So that can definitely happen. But, and then now we have Kulu. Honestly, I'm predicting Kulu is going to be great for AFK stages. And, like, maybe she would be good with these faction tiles. Yeah, I don't know how to feel. I mean, overall, no invincibility has at least been shared so far. I don't know if this is like a complete, like maybe there are some bonuses that we're going to unlock with further upgrades. But from this, it looks like Graveborn is the closest we have to invincibility because it has that shield to reduce your damage taken. Wilder has a massive debuff onto enemies and buff
This
for
time,
themselves.
the Echoes of Descent season will unfold in a completely new way. The season, lasting 4 months, will be divided into 3 phases. While the first 2 phases will each last 5 weeks, the last phase will continue until the end of the season. Each phase has its own maximum for AFK stages and season resonance levels.
Okay, so they're going to be 3 phases, and they're going to be 5 weeks each for phase 1 and phase 2. The final phase is going to last whatever the remainder duration of the season will be, which is usually like 7 or 8 weeks, because in total it should add up to 17 or 18 weeks for the full 4-month season. That's what it's going to be. Now, in these stages, you're going to have AFK stages specific to that phase. Okay.
Once you reach the maximum AFK stage for a phase, you can take on a series of challenge stages to showcase your strength and fight for glory. The first player to clear certain milestone stages will earn a reward for all players on the server and secure a spot on the leaderboards.
Meanwhile, 8 heroes.
Oh, but one other thing I have to mention, yeah, we have Scarlita season Supreme Plus ability, and we actually know more details about it right now. But one more thing I have to mention about that is that each phase is going to have custom materials to upgrade your season resonance level. So, for example, even if you fall behind in phase 1, when you move into phase 2, everyone's going to be on equal level playing field. Everyone's going to begin at 0 AFK stage basically for that phase, and they're going to have to earn the rewards again. So the rewards will not carry over to upgrading your season resonance level in the next phase. So that is also important, and like if you take a break, you can come back in the next phase and basically start on equal footing with everyone else. That's good. Okay, so we have enhanced force upgrades of Hodgkin, Scarlita, Nero, Nara, Brian, Dunlinger, Reese, and Granny. And why Dunlinger? This was the question. Why Dunlinger? He's already kind of powerful, but he's also an underused hero, so I guess that's why they decided to do it. And then other heroes, which I was not expecting, Nero, who's actually was really good in PvP in the previous season, also because of his charms, and then Brian as well, because both of these heroes can take an enemy Lily May interruption, which is really a valuable thing that they have. So that's interesting. Scarlita, everyone is looking forward to Scarlita's Supreme Plus skill, but unfortunately, as I predicted and as I expected to be the case, it's a bit underwhelming. Honestly, probably not going to change Scarlita and make her actually useful, but let's go ahead and see it because I think they introduced it here, and then there was another thing posted by their team which shows in more detail what the skill is.
Are set to unlock their Enhanced Force upgrades in the new season. Scarlita will unlock her Enhanced Force upgrade in version 141, and her power will see a significant increase. After unlocking her Enhanced Force, when Scarlita is in the air, she will immediately grant a shield to an ally who receives a fatal blow. If this effect isn't triggered, she will slam the ground, creating a damage-boosting area that covers the entire battlefield.
Okay, so there are 2 factors. Number 1 is her shielding is going to keep shielding as normal, but if an enemy drops below a certain percentage of health, then she will immediately activate a shield onto them to protect them. But this is only one time, I think, per ally you have. I don't know if it's one time or for your whole team, like just on one hero, or if it's per ally, but either way, it's one time onto that ally who's taking the fire. So that's kind of interesting, but it still doesn't solve the factor that you're still fighting a 4v5 with Scarlita up in the air. And then, but if she descends and the ally has not been shielded by this special shield, this is not activated, then she is going to deal bonus true damage on her landing. Like right here, she landed on Brutus and Odie and dealt damage to them. She'll deal bonus true damage with that. But that is going to be it. It's just going to be a one-time thing on her landing, bonus true damage if she has not activated her, like, survival shield, that special shield onto an ally from taking fatal damage. That's it. So that's not enough, because that doesn't help her for Dream Realm. It doesn't really help for AFK stages, and for PvP, you're still fighting a 4v5. And even with this like protective shield, one time basically almost immunity to fatal damage, the opponent runs Cryanaya, they're probably still just gonna pop all of your team, like before Scarlita can even descend. So Scarlita still has the same issues, and yeah, unfortunately.
Also, a new Primal...
Okay, before the Primal Lord, now we have to talk about Hodgkin, because there's information about Hodgkin as well. I'll probably just have it on the screen right now. Hodgkin is also getting buffed to increase his energy generation, basically, so that he can cast his ultimate more frequently. That was the gist of his Enhanced Force upgrade, which I think is interesting, because he does deal decent damage from his ultimate. Maybe even for Ravage Realm, it could be a little bit more helpful, because he has seen use in Ravage Realm, but honestly, I don't think it's game-changing enough to actually see more use in PvP or AFK stages, so it's just going to be kind of like the end-of-season Ravage Realm hero, which honestly is probably bound to get power crept when more heroes are able to fit into the Immortal squad.
Lord, the Blight Shroom, will be released in version 141 for Magister Merlin to challenge. The Blight Shroom shoots parasitic spores at enemies at the start of a battle and whenever the enemies cast their ultimates. After absorbing enough energy, the spores enter the mature phase and are able to attack enemies by...
Look at the energy meters. Basically, the spores are preventing any energy regeneration, and they lock on after the heroes cast their ultimates. They were also all heavily debuffed. So basically, ultimate reliant heroes are probably not going to be good for this Primal Lord, and also you get this like massive energy just denial. So
by shooting neurotoxins. Once their energy is depleted, they will revert to the growth phase. The Blight Shroom can also rapidly grow mushrooms on the ground beneath an...
And they like knock up Temesia. This is actually going to be an annoying Primal Lord. Debuff you, prevent you from casting ultimate, entangle you, knock you up.
Enemy, knocking them into the air and dealing AoE damage.
What?
The mushrooms can extend their mycelia to hinder the enemy's movement.
Additionally, some existing seasonal features will also be updated.
The total rewards of the season. 13,500 season tokens, enough Shadow Essence to upgrade the Supreme Plus skill of all of the heroes, and then 38 or more epic invite letters, and most importantly, the greatest resource here is the swap tickets for the S level and A level for Echoes of Descent.
After the season handbook update, you'll be able to earn rewards, such as...
And we still have the pay-to-win pass, which is going to allow you to get boosted progress in the season milestones, as you can see here. And unfortunately, the artifacts again are going to be gated behind this. So it's going to be another situation where those who have a pass running, they're going to be getting the artifact 1 week earlier, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I was hoping that they would have changed the system, but yeah, yeah.
Epic invite letters, A-level soul stones, and diamonds. There will be 6 new domains in Voyage of Wonders, and a new map will be introduced in Battle Drills. Other than that, Magister Merlin can also experience the story of Chains of Eternity in the Peaks of Time.
Okay, so we're going to have 6 more domains of Voyage of Wonders for the first phase, patch 141. I'm hoping that each phase we have another 6 domains of Voyage Wonders added, because it's just free rewards, it's fun content. I personally enjoy it.
The Sunlit Showdown, a new tournament, will kick off in the upcoming...
Total rewards here are 10 stellar crystals, 20 temporal essences, so it's kind of like a standard event. But doesn't look like there's going to be ranking rewards. I was hoping that you would get some sort of like ranking rewards comparable to Dream Realm or Supreme Arena, like, you know, a daily game mode ranking reward just for bonus rewards for people.
As a wilder named Pang arrives in Asperia seeking worthy opponent.
Wilder named Pang. When people heard this, they're like, is it confirmed that Pang will be coming as a playable character? Why else would they call him a Wilder, right? And everyone is, as soon as they've seen his image, like of Pang for Sunlit Showdown, people are kind of obsessed with this panda and they want to be able to recruit him. I like him too. Like, I think I'm a fan of pandas too, as much as the next person. So it would be exciting if we would actually be able to recruit Pang. He looks really cool. And generally in a lot of games there are panda related heroes, so I think it would be awesome if we could have him, if not in this season, maybe in future season.
Magister Merlin will organize a grand tournament with the help of Alsa and Soren. Magister Merlin will personally take part in the 1v1 Heroes Showdown. facing powerful opponents from across the continent. To help you jump straight into the action, any hero you own will automatically be ascended to Supreme Plus, with exclusive equipment +5 when you enter the event. If your hero's development progress is already higher, it will remain unchanged so you can fight at full strength. Plus,
Paragon 4 Whale Strength.
you can equip your heroes with items to aid them in combat. The tournament will feature 5 difficulty levels, with higher difficulties pitting you against tough.
What is interesting is you can select your items, because that adds another layer of strategy and a kind of customization, which I like. And I didn't know, but you actually have 3 heroes in the match. I thought it was a 1v1 because that's what it's called, but I guess it's just one player versus another player, but you have a team of 3 heroes. But can you trigger factional synergies or anything here? I don't know. Maybe not.
For enemies. Each battle consists of up to 6 rounds, and you need to choose 3 heroes and set their deployment order. The loser is eliminated and the winner stays until all 3 heroes on one side are defeated. Defeat enemies to claim rich rewards.
Wait a
3
second.
heroes.
Why are there like these monster enemies? This doesn't look like I'm facing a player. Is this a PvE game mode or is it a PvP game mode? That is what I want to know. I always thought this was a PvP game mode, but it might be
On
PvE.
one side are defeated. Defeat enemies to claim rich rewards.
During the login event featured in the new season, you'll be able to claim epic.
Yeah, we've talked about this. I think I've actually talked about this 4 times up until now. But yeah, 18 recruitment letters and then a pick 1 hero from the S levels of the Waves of Intrigue season. Hodgkin, Sonya, Nara, or Tassi. Which Tassi probably for Paragon upgrades is going to be the way to go. Yeah, so anyway guys, that is going to be it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was helpful breaking some stuff down. And also again, get your promo codes in the upper left corner. You can copy them down and make sure you get all the different rewards for your account. But this is overall exciting. We're going to have to see when it's all put into place, which is going to be tomorrow for the VN server. Like actually 24 hours from right now when this video is uploaded, it'll already be in the new season for the VN server, and then we'll cover the content in actuality. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That is going to be it for this one. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link to the official Farlight store for AFK Journey. There will be a link to that in the description of this video and also the pinned comment. If you use this link, it will support me at no extra cost to you, and also you will gain 5% bonus dragon crystals when you make a purchase through the Farlight store. But thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.